Happy friends! It's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. How are you guys doing today? I'm here today with my segment of Craft Round the Clock, and I hope that you guys enjoy what I have today. If you're popping on, make sure that you say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you don't see that little red light up in the corner, make sure you say #replay. All right, I see you guys starting to come in. Welcome, friends. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. All right, you guys, as you pop on, make sure you say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Hello, Miss Betsy. Welcome. Hello, hello. Okay, you guys, I'm seeing you coming in. Hello, Tamara, friend. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing good. Oh, and there's my friend Angelica. She's been sick, and I hope she's doing better. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Come on in. I'm super excited to have you guys here in my craft room tonight. Hello, Angelica. Welcome. Hello, Shelly. Hello, Miss Stephanie. How are you doing, girl? Thank you so much, Angelica. I appreciate you sprinkling the love, girl. All right, you guys. I am so excited tonight. I hope you guys can see okay. We're not doing Valentine's. We're not doing winter. We're going to do spring. Hello, Diana. I'm good. How are you, friend? Hello, Cheryl. Welcome. Hello, Meriden. I always want to butcher your name, friend. I'm so sorry. Malicious. Angelica. I love it. Okay, you guys, we are going to use this cutout. Hello, Dana. Oh, you're watching the championship game. All right, my friend. I'm sure a lot of our friends for rooting for is it Georgia and Tennessee tonight? Anyway, you guys, I have this cutout. I got this from Craft Deals with a Z .com. Hello, Angelica. I'm so glad that you're feeling better. Hello, Tracy. Okay, you guys, we're gonna make this guy over. Hello, Wacky Jackie. You guys, Wacky Jackie's up after me. Make sure that you head on over to Craft Around the Clock or Miss Wacky Jackie's page and check her out tonight. Hello, Vicky. All right, I've already painted the edges white. Actually, it's not really white. It is Plaster by Waverly. All right. Hello, Esther. Welcome, my friend. Okay, we are going to use... We're going to use a piece of nice vintage paper from this book that I got from Hobby Lobby. Haberdashery, I think is what it's called. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much, Vicky. Georgia Bulldogs versus the Tennessee Horned Frogs. Thank you so much, Vicky. Roxanne, hello, my friend. Denise, welcome. Thank you for spreading the joy. Hello, Kathy from Farmhouse Glitter. Lindell's Craft Escape. Craft Deals is an amazing website, you guys. Hello, Debbie and Patty. Thank you for sprinkling. Andrea's rooting for Tennessee. Hello, Patty. All right, you guys, let's get started. I have a big project for us tonight. Where is my Mod Podge? All right, I've already traced it. I've already cut it out. I had to cut it in pieces. And you guys, when I overlap my pieces, I like to tear the edges so that it's not just a straight, jagged, straight line across. You guys, if I've missed you saying hello as you popped on, I apologize. Welcome to everybody. If you're new, let us know that you're new. Hello, Sunshine Designs from Texas. Well, I hope you like my Highland Cow, girl. Okay. Kevin was going to join me tonight, but he wasn't feeling up to it. He's not feeling that great, so he decided not to come tonight. And let's get a piece of paper to sprinkle this on here. All right. We're just going to use the Mod Podge, making sure we get enough so that I don't have to do it again. Thank you so much, Denise. Hello, Angie. Hello, Kelly. Yeah, he hasn't been feeling so hot lately. I don't know what's going on with him. He has to go back. He's going back to work tomorrow. He's been out for several days sick, and so he just wanted to sit on the couch, which is fine. He doesn't have to come help me. But he did have fun, you guys. I will say he had fun. He's probably knowing him upstairs watching. All right, now when I trace this out, you guys, I made sure to mark. I don't know if you can see that little T right there. I marked the side that I needed to put my paper on because when you turn it over, it could be slightly different. So I didn't want to I didn't want to paint on the wrong side. I don't want to start putting my paper on the wrong side. So I knew which side my paper needed to go on. All right, next up, let's do his head. Hello, Norma, welcome. Hello, Sue. Make a Highland. Yes, girlfriend, I'm making a Highland cow. And I'm using that paper that you told me I should be using on my deer, Ashley. I think it's one of the ones that anyhow. So after I did my deer on Saturday, I started thinking about my cow that I had. I actually have several of these, you guys. Got Mod Podge on it. Didn't want to. Anyway, I started thinking, what can I do with it? And I came up with a grand idea. And I hope you guys like it. All right, let's get this down here so you guys can see. Getting it exactly right is the trick. All right, let me just make sure that I want to make sure that my heat press is turned on, you guys. Hello, Sharon. Vicki, you have 2 Highland cows down the road from you. Oh, awesome. Oh, I'm sorry that you don't have the Hobby Lobby there in Canada, friend. I didn't see who said that, but I saw it. All right, I just want to make sure I get all these little wrinkles out. I can feel some wrinkles in there. Whew, my paper's falling. Okay, now the ears, you guys, I did the same thing with the ears. I marked it on the back, right and left, because I want to make sure that I get it going on the right ear. Hello, Splash of Paint by Deborah. Welcome, my friend. Hello, Linda. Hello, Karen. Thank you so much. I hope that you love the magic that I do with this. You guys, if you're not following Craft Around the Clock, if you're not a member of that group, I highly suggest that you go join so that you can get and see where all of the other wonderful crafters are and catch them all live all day long, streaming from the same place. All right, one more ear and then we'll put this down. First time you saw Highland Cow, you didn't know what they were and asked. Oh, Roxanne, that's awesome. Where did I get the cow? Kelly, I got it from a website online. It's called craftdeals.com, and it's with a Z at the end, not an S. Craftdeals.com. They have a bunch of different wood cutouts in all different sizes, all different thicknesses, and really good prices. And their shipping is really good. Hello, Patty. Thank you, Angelica. I really like the paper as well, girl. All right. Now we're just going to use the heat press and set this, you guys. I just want to show you really quick. You can see where, see, I tore the paper over here and here so that you don't just have that straight across cut. All right, and I'm going to use my heat press and just put this on here for a minute or so. Aw, Sheila, I love the cow too. Hello, Chris. Welcome, my friend. Oh, yes, Sue, the paper is beautiful. It really, really is. Thank you, Kathy. I like the paper as well, and I love the whole packet. I'm not gonna lie. It has some amazing pieces of paper in it. And the roses have a little bit of a glitter to it also. Yes, the paper is beautiful, you guys. All right, I think we are done. Let me just turn that off so I don't get burnt. All right, there we go. Okay, now we're going to take the sandpaper to the edges. And I'm just going to do it down here really quick, you guys, so that I don't get it all over the table. Also, so I can go a little bit quicker. Now, if you sand in a downward motion, it will take the edges of the paper off really easily. Go back and we'll see. Maybe I'll just use wax, but I wanted to rough the edges up more, but for the sake of time, we probably aren't going to. Now, the next thing I did was I cut some horns out of drop cloth that have been grunged with coffee grunge. Yes, Norma, the paper is from Hobby Lobby. And then I just let it dry. Actually, I did put these in the oven because I wasn't prepared and I had planned when I got home from work. Hello, Katiana. Welcome, my friend. Okay, so I've already done one, kind of. It's not stuffed completely. I started it, so we won't... I get impatient. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see, the edges are a little bit white on it. So I want to take my scissors, and we're just going to do the top, and I'm just going to rub my scissors around the edge a little bit to kind of give it that little bit of a white edge. It also, it doesn't really rough the edges up because it's been coffee grunged, but it also lightens up the edges around the horn. So it's almost just like kind of scraping off a little bit of that coffee grunge that was baked in the oven. All right, so you can see the difference there a little bit. Hello, Amanda. Welcome, girl. All right. Now we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue on here and glue these things together. Now I don't use a special hot glue, you guys. I do not use fabric glue. I just use regular Gorilla Glue. Now while this one's drying, since I've already started the other one, I'm going to go ahead and finish stuffing the other one because this is my impatient part, is waiting for the hot glue to dry. So we'll just put a little more stuffing in this one. Okay, I don't want it to be too full, but I do want it to have a little bit of a plumpness. Okay, there we go. There's our horn. Oh, I didn't see, somebody said they have to get ready for bed. No worries. Okay, now this one hopefully is dry enough. I'm going to go ahead and start stuffing the other one. Yes, it looks very weathered, Angelica. And at first I was a little worried that I might have to put something inside to kind of help keep them upright a little bit more, but it's so stiff from the grunge mix that I won't have to do that. Oh, you didn't know that they were Highland cows. Yes. When my husband and I went to Texas a couple years ago, we got to see some for the first time ever. I live in California, so we don't see that kind of thing here. At least not in the area that I'm in. Well, hello, Catherine. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. And I just love Highland Cow. They're the cutest things ever. All right. So I just have to let it dry enough, you guys, so that I can get in here. Roxanne, yes, that is hysterical. Hairy Buffalo. That is just cracking me up, girlfriend. All right. Hopefully I don't pop the seams. So you guys want to make sure when you do this, you let the glue dry before you start stuffing. And that's kind of my downfall. I get impatient. All right. There we go. There is our two little horns. We're going to staple these little guys on here. Excuse my very loud staple gun, you guys. All right. Oh, maybe I will have to put something behind it to help support it a little bit more, but there we go. Hello, Michelle. Oh, yeah, my first day back to work after having 3 weeks off. Very, very difficult, you guys. All right, next up, like, what's a Highland cow without some hair, right, you guys? So, first off, I have these little strips of burlap, of drop cloth that have been coffee grunged. Now, I found that when it's coffee grunged, you can make your strips a lot smaller. Oh yes, Betsy, it is. It's kind of a rustic farmhouse look. So you guys, I don't know if you can see, but I've already done a couple notches here. And when it's coffee grunged, you can make your strips very skinny. And this one's a bit big. All right, so we're gonna put a little layer of coffee grunged drop cloth down for his eyes or his hair. I'm gonna get a little combination of a few things going on. You guys can't see. So we're just gonna put some hot glue and then put these down. I hope you guys can see okay. Yeah, I had, my day back today wasn't too bad. There was no students at work today. They do come back tomorrow. I just had to get ready for, I have several meetings tomorrow that I had to prep for, so that's what I did today. He's looking so cute, you guys. Okay, now I got some of these on. Let me show you what we have going on so far. All right. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Hello, Rodeo Rose Chalkin. The horn should point up. Oh my gosh, you are right. It looks like a goat right now. Thank you for telling me that. I thought it looked weird when let's see if I can even get this off okay. Wowzers. Good grief, Monique. We're making a cow, not a goat. Oy. Don't laugh at me. Heat it with my heat tool? Heat the staples with my heat tool? Will that take the staples out, Stephanie? All right. All right, let's try this again. Let's make sure I have them going the right way, though, since I have the... There we go. Good grief. Let me get these boogers out. You guys can tell I don't live in Texas where the cows are at. All right, let's try again. Oh my gosh, now they're too high. Good grief. I think they need to go out more, right? You don't live in Texas and you knew that? Oh my word. How am I doing on time, you guys? Don't laugh at me. They're too straight up. More like this, right, guys? Goodness. Yeah, it's a good stapler. Got it from Amazon. It wasn't too expensive. Oy. My word. All right, I gotta hurry now, you guys. So we're making a goat or a cow? One more. All right, sorry about that, you guys. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh, that one might be too high still. Better? Okay. All right, now, I also have some string that I got from Hobby Lobby. I've tied it in a knot. Thank you, Vicki. They just looked up and they were out to the side. Okay. What I've done was I've pulled them apart. Okay. And then I pulled each little string apart. So there's 3 little strings, and then I pulled it apart like 3 separate times from each strand. Hope that makes sense. All right, so we have these that we will put on for his hair as well. And then I also have, where is my, I also have some lace that I've done the same thing and tied it into a knot. We're just going to kind of intertwine them together on top of our drop cloth. And hopefully I have enough cut. And we're going to have to go back and give him a little bit of a trim because some are longer than others, and because I didn't measure, I just cut. And I think we're going to be okay. That one was way too short. I think we'll be okay. All right. There's his little bangs, you guys. Now I want to trim this up a little bit because I want the drop cloth to show a little bit better underneath. So we're going to trim the little strings and the lace just a little. How am I doing on time? Got 15 minutes. Okay. So now I'm just going to kind of go up at an angle a little bit so that they're not just straight across like he has a bowl cut. All right, there's what we have going on so far, you guys. This little one ear doesn't want to. Okay, next up, he needs a nose. So I cut out like a little shape to be like a little nose. So let's glue this little guy together. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, Sue and Karen, Roxanne. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara and Kim over at Sugar in the South. Diana. All right. We're going to put a little stuffing in here. Actually, before we stuff it, I don't even know if my paint's going to show or not, but I want to attempt to paint a little nostril. So I'm just going to use a little bit of black, Waverly black ink. And it does show, you guys. Oh my gosh. All right. Look at that. His little nostrils. Okay, let me just give that a quick dry so I don't smear it everywhere. All right, a little more stuffing. No, I didn't put any stuffing, so let's do some stuffing. Just a tiny bit, you guys. I don't want to do a whole lot of stuffing, okay? I just want it to be a little bit raised, but not like bulging. My sweater matches the cow. Rose, I did not plan that at all, because I will tell you what, when I went to work this morning, I had no idea what I was doing today. My stuffing might be in the way. It's a girl. Yes, it's a girl. All right, I've got stuffing in the way and it's not closing. Sounds like Roxy's getting ready to go for a walk. Where's my sidekick? Carrie, he wasn't feeling that great. Cindy, it's just a regular cow head that I got, and I got it from a company online. It's called Craft Deals with a Z, craftdeals.com. Well, Donna, I did have a name. I did stamp a name already, only because I wasn't sure about time. So if you guys want to start throwing some names out there, we might have time to give her a different name. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys are going to have to tell me where it goes, because I think it goes like up in this area, or does it need to go lower? Kim over at Sugar in the South, I got it from Hobby Lobby. Ooh, Rosie's cute. Rosie, oh yeah, for all her roses. Is this a good place, you guys? Does it need to go? No, that's too low. It needs to go up about here, right? Down a little. In this area. Still lower yet? Like down, way down here? At the bottom, okay. Right here? Right there? Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys. Stinking cute. Stinking cute. All right. Let's do a bow really quick. I have a tag already started. And if we have time, we're going to antique the edges. And if we don't, I'll have to do that afterwards. All right, we're going to use our Bow Dabra bow maker. I have some different fabrics. I've got that pink canvas that I got from Hobby Lobby, you guys. It's not canvas. They call it 100% cotton on the bolt, but it is canvas-like material. Now I've already put a string in because I always forget. Alright, I'm probably going to have to go back and trim some of these edges off because they're going to be a bit long. The rose looks like her tongue. Oh my gosh, Angelica, great catch on that. This is a gray muslin, you guys. Okay, so I've baked all these in the oven. I did not coffee grunge them, but I did dip them in water and vanilla. I know what I'm doing wrong. I did dip them in water and vanilla and then baked them in the oven because I didn't want to take away from the beauty of the color, but I also wanted for them to get a little bit grunged up in the oven, if that makes any sense at all. And by adding that vanilla, it gives it just enough sugary goodness, I guess, on it. That's going to help give it a little bit of crustiness that it needed. And we're just going to make a messy loop bow. I also have some blacks. I just thought it would help bring out some of the color in the paper. We're doing on time. Oh my gosh. I better hurry up. I've got 7 minutes. Right? Anybody watching the time? I have 7 minutes, right? What is my temperature for baking? Rose, I will be honest. I'm an impatient fabric baker. I do mine at 350. I have not had any problems having it at 350. I do put it in and I do watch it and I do turn it very often. But I have never had any problems having it at that temperature. Hi Carol, welcome friend. Scarlett O'Hare. Well, I can't have a long name. It has to be kind of a fairly short name. I think Rosie kind of perfect because of all the roses on her, on her face. I already had one stamped and I did have Betsy just because that's kind of what was the first thing that popped in my head as I was sitting here trying to get ready. Okay, wow, we gotta hurry up, Monique. Hurry up, Monique, hurry up. Do one more. No, I don't want that. What do I want on here? This is gonna do it. It's gonna be a fairly small bow. Because we are running out of time, guys. I got 5 minutes and we still have to do the tag. we'll trim these little tails up so that they're equal, but there's our cute little messy bow. Maybe they need to be a little smaller so that her bangs don't get hidden. Goodness. What do you guys think? Is Stephanie singing? Am I missing that? Okay. Woo, we got 3 minutes. All right, we might have to go with Betsy, you guys, because I've already got Betsy prepped. Here's our little tag. Okay, I put it on a piece of cardboard on the back, and I cut it out. I printed out a cow tag image off of a graphic online, and then just traced it on my coffee stained paper. And cut it out, and then I put a grommet on the top. And we'll use a little bit of twine. To give her tag. Anybody know if it goes on the left ear or the right ear? Does it matter? Where's my Texas girls? And I will go back and grunge the sides up. Yes, placing it as an ear tag. Yep, absolutely. Okay. I hope it doesn't matter which ear. We're going to put it on the left ear. I know, Betsy, I'm so sorry. At least you're a cute cow, not an ugly cow, girlfriend. Ooh, got my fingers in there. Okay, so we might need a button in here. And I definitely need to grunge the sides up. I was going to grunge the sides up with some wax. I will grunge it up with this wax, and I will take a picture of it and make sure to post it on my page. You guys, I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure that you jump on over to Craft Around the Clock. Check out the next presenter, Wacky Jackie, and check out what she has going on. I'd love to have you guys follow my page if you're not following, and give me lots of hearts and give me lots of sprinkles, friends. I appreciate your guys' time. I appreciate you guys being here, and I hope that you enjoyed our little vintage, rustic Highland cow, you guys. I just think she's super cute. Yes. All right, you guys. You guys have a great day. Anybody who's rooting for your football team, I hope your team wins, whichever team that is. All right, you guys. Have a good night. See you all later.